All right, there we go. All right, got it there. All righty. Peaceful greetings to you all. Hola, buenos tardes, buenos noches, whatever you at. What's up? What's happening? Whatever language and lingo that you like to use. Peaceful greetings to you all. I am Brother Sean Lee Ale. All is well. And Burrows, what was that? Yeah, was that a little nickname y'all had?
That
What was
rhythmic
that?
name, rhythmic appellation.
Yeah.
Braveheart, Braveheart.
Well, mm.
That's
And
always
I am
fun,
here
man.
with, yes, always, every time. And I'm here with my bro, the living master, and he is.
Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco at Northwest of Mexham. How are you? I just remember something, bro. I'll be right back. Do your intro. Right back.
Yeah, do your thing. Yeah, y'all already know we about to get started, like that Ice Cube song. You already know how we do it. Let's see, brother. Sign will be starting us out today. So you already know 1 through 3, 7 through 9. I'm 4 through 6, 10 through 12. Right. And we're just about to get this thing going. So y'all sit back, get your fruit and veggies or whatever that you would like to munch on. Get ready for a good presentation because we're about to go in. I know we're in like the 70th something episode. So
No, this
this
is.
is about to be
Hold on, which episode is this? Of
like the
Intuition
70th
Monday?
something.
You said 70 something?
70 something, yeah.
How about this? This is actually, and when it comes to all our presentations, this is the 300th live or the 300th video. Let me say that when it comes to Seven Hill Stars. So, and I'm telling my baby about it. She's like, you should do a special or something. And I was like, what can I do for the people? What could we do for the people? You know what I'm saying? As far as like a session, maybe, make something double or whatever. I'm not really sure because we already have the most affordable eleemosynary tuition when it comes to AstroLiteracy comprehension ever and anywhere on the planet. So I was thinking like maybe, just maybe, you guys get your mirror AstroLiteracy sessions. Or maybe you guys could get some. I was thinking about maybe giving a free calendar to anyone who actually brings themselves to get a mirror AstroLiteracy session and mental magician report. All righty, so you guys get a mental magician report and a mirror AstroLiteracy session. I think that's total, like 303 for eleemosynary tuition, right? Something like that. So then, throw in some extras, or one of those extras would be a free calendar. Make sure you guys have that. And it's other things that, we give anyway, as far as it is anyway. But this is episode 300. You know what I'm saying? That sunlight out there is really just throwing my lighting off of here. So that's why my green screen is like, I can't green screen today. It's like, you can green screen today, green screen. However, that's because the sun's a lot brighter, and it's like I should have just threw a whole shade over that so I can just use the studio lights or whatever. But it is what it is. I'm not even really tripping. You know what I mean? So with that being said, guys, let's get it started. I know I start off, right?
Yeah, so the 300th for Seven Hill Star, and this is 71. Make sure I got that right.
Yeah, it's amazing.
67th was 27, 67, 70. Yeah, 71.
70 uno.
All right, so guys, we're about to get started. The first full moon of the Astro New Year. So I say it's very great.
Yay! The first Sunday after the full moon is Easter, right?
Right, so I'm gonna yield the floor. Let's see where we at. There we go. Screen share. And I yield to you, bro.
Indeed. Let me turn this down. All righty. Hey, Mary. Peace of greetings to you. Mary's already in the chat, right? All righty, guys. So let's get this started. And then after I do my 3 testimonies, I want to go and do this editing on the fly and get it out to you guys at the Jurisprudence Gym, as far as lawful living is concerned, as well as Facebook also. And maybe, to a few beings, I do a lot of post-production sharing, so to speak, also. So with that being said, guys, full moon, right? This is the Libran full moon in Libra. Gemini zone here, right? For the 5th April 2023, right? That's Odin's Day, Woden's Day, right? And this is taking place near Apia Samoa, all righty? So it's about 1700 hours, 34 minutes and 31 seconds, so 5:34:31 post meridian for this particular Gemini zone. And we see there in the first house where the moon will be when it's reflecting 180 degrees of the sun's light at 16 degrees Libra, 7 minutes. And Brother Sean showed me this earlier. I was like, wow, that reminds me of when we went in on Nick Cannon's astrology chart and his natal chart or whatever. I know he has his sun at about, 16 degrees even, right? Libra, I think that was, right? So
yeah, it was a solid degree number for that.
Yeah, 16 even, right? So he's experiencing some new moon energies, right? Libra's on the rise with Venus there in the 8th house, just 8 minutes past the poet and recluse degree in Taurus, right? So that means that there's going to be some poetic justice here, right? Definitely some serious poetic justice. And guys, with Mars in Cancer, you guys are going to find yourselves being very active in your home, making sure you're warding off beings trying to make your home environment uncomfortable, as well as making sure that when it comes to your standing, right, the moon there ruling the midheaven as well as the 11th house, while Venus rules the ascendant from the 8th house. So what you guys will be able to do is really to go behind the scenes on some things. I feel like there are a lot of different beings who are going to have to put their lawsuits together, be brave, and, be ready to really sue people. All righty. Put the emotions to the side and really just focus on the goal of suing beings for much more than they thought could ever happen to them. This is the time for people to sincerely recognize, especially for near this Gemini zone, to how to hold people accountable to what they say they're doing business with. A lot of people run businesses and think that they're actually doing something right when the whole time they're only in the business to get sued. The only times they don't get sued is when other beings think that they're just doing their job. No, be a sue warrior. That's what I'm making sure I'm being every day, studying and exercising in my mind the jurisprudence necessary to hold beings accountable. So when it comes to poetic justice there, one may be reclusive in making sure that they're going behind the scenes and find a way to affect someone else relative to them. Affect the finances of some being, whether they're a close relative or actually a stranger. However, being able to take the relative values and be able to allow one to make the sudden changes necessary in their standing by delivering such poetic justice. With that, I yield the floor. I think we're taking it to the Taurus zone.
Slime, bro. Nick Cannon's sun is 16 degrees. Yeah, and his moon's like 1627. Because I remember I just looked it up. I was like, yo, he was like 27 arc minutes after a new moon. So
yeah. If that's his real natal chart, yeah, absolutely, man. Like, yeah, seriously.
So, maybe so like some family network or something he's about to drop, depending on wherever it is, something with family, maybe.
Indeed.
Get you to the Taurus zone.
Allow yourself
get you to the zone, Taurus zone.
Indeed. Deliver that poetic justice for yourself. Full moon in the Taurus zone. Taurus is actually, where Luna is actually exalted. All right. Interestingly, how, Venus is in one of the signs where it finds Domus, right, in Taurus, while ruling over a moon that's in Venus's other Domus, which is Libra. And on the second house cusp is Libra, also for the particular Taurus zone, happening at about 1500 hours, 34 minutes and 31 seconds on the 6th April 2023, which is Thursday. Right? Oh, that's 3:34:31 post meridian. And this is Kaunak, New Caledonia, right? Or some people, well, I think it's Caledonia, right? Some people may say Saladonia, Caledonia. And with this being said, we have a Mercury that is clearly 3 degrees in and almost just 2 minutes away from 4 degrees Taurus at this time when it occurs. So Mercury is basically coming off of transiting the lunar exaltation degree, which is 3 degrees Taurus. So with that being said, Mercury actually ruling over this particular chart within this zone for the Taurus zone, while Venus is there in the 9th, right? So what's going to be very reclusive and poetic in this sense, because 24 degrees Taurus is poet and a recluse. According to the Encyclopedia of Astrology by Nicholas DeVore, where Venus is, Venus will be able to really bring some values and kind of weigh out the options pertaining to those values and possess the means necessary to be able to bring with detail that which is necessary pertaining to the foreign affairs, the collective foreign affairs pertaining to the people. When it comes to silver and gold, one may be able to find reflective values in one's own possessions and someone else's possessions when it comes to that which both parties value. However, again, there's a common theme that I'm seeing here, and with the divine balance pertaining to what's happening with Libra there for the second house, I'll see that Mercury there in the 8th, right? Mercury in the 8th is really going to be able to find a way to communicate, a way to really bring some sudden changes in their communications in serving some detail that is necessary to really show the values that some parties may have not been aware of. So for those of you near the Taurus zone, I think you'll be able to have your perspective be seen. And this will be a time where most beings who are used to railroading the people, they're going to lose big time, because the people are knowing how to effectively defend themselves by, one, either suing the people that are taking advantage of them, or two, possibly having to give severe consequences to those beings seeking to rob them of their rights and by trying to administer their rights. With that, I yield the floor. Let's take it to the Aries zone. In such beautiful Intuition Monday fashion, right? Full moon in the Aries zone, right? This is happening about 1300 hours, 34 minutes and 31 seconds, or 1:34:31 post meridian. And this is Okayama, Nippon, or Japan, right? So with that being said, and it looks like it's saying, according to, 1:34:31 post meridian Japanese Standard Time, right? Taking place in the 3rd house and 3rd and 9th house, where moon and sun are in their joy. Looky, Astro Cookie. Sun in its joy while ruling the ascendant. Very, very amazing. Venus in the 10th, still at 24 degrees, 8 minutes in Taurus while ruling the 3rd. So very reflective communication is going to really occur here. And with these reflective communications, I think this is a means for people to really put a spotlight on some things they may have missed in the beginning of their quote unquote career. People may go back and revisit some things in younger years or earlier years pertaining to their career and be able to really see that they did not fully grasp the light joyfully pertaining to their higher learning. And since they did not grasp those things joyfully pertaining to their higher learning, what it is that they have going on actually, what it is that they actually have going on is a means to actually make a change. However, I think the changes that are going to be made, especially for those near the Aries zone, they're going to have to give up the way that they've been used to doing things, right? So if you're someone that's used to taking advantage of people's ignorance, what you're going to have to do in order to actually have the joy in life that you know you need to kind of keep thriving and living on, you're going to really have to take some self inventory. You're going to have to go within yourself, take the inventory that is necessary, and really be able to allow yourself. Pardon me, I'm sitting here really into it, looking down. I didn't even know you guys could see was this part of my face and whatnot. What you guys really need to do, those that are taking advantage of people's ignorance, what you're going to have to do is really level with yourself and find a way to be very charitable immediately, or quit what it is that you're doing and find another means, because there's coming a time where people are not going to take continuing to be taken advantage of, because a lot of people, due to the spirit of what's going on, there's going to be this collective transformation to be able to impart knowledge necessary. That's Pluto in Aquarius. Mars is on its way, if I'm not mistaken. Has it already trined Saturn by this time? Yeah, so it's coming off that trine with Saturn. Guys, there's some very fortunate activities when it comes to discipline. So you guys want to make sure you're really on point with being clear, because when there are people that can really point out how wrong you are and how wrong you have been, ooh-wee, if you can't get around those consequences, there ain't gonna be an attorney out there to save you at all. And you got to do what you got to do as much as you can before things get to the point where certain beings are not going to exist on the planet anymore, because they're going to be people that are going to disappear them, so to speak. I know, right? And with that, I yield forward to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Sean Ali Mel, Islam.
Islam. All right, we are moving along to the Pisces zone, right? We are at Wyoming, China, right? Occurring at it'll be 034, 1234, 31 post meridian. Should look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. We've got this full moon occurring in the 4th and the 10th house. We've got Luna rolling the ascendant from the 4th house. Looky. Right.
Wow.
Oh, that's not conjunction with Venus. I mean, wow. But yeah, we are in the 4th and the 10th house. We have the first full moon of the Astro New Year. So it's a really good time to release, right? And when you look right here, you got you got Sun between Jupiter and Chiron.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a like a lot of like past pain to be let go of. And also like inner child wounds or anything with a career, right? When you think about 10th house and even authority, right? So you might have not have been clear on your standing and your self-authority, thinking that having to give to beings that would like to rule over you and energetically suck your energy. Luna's in the 4th house. That's the people, right? Accidental dignity there in the 4th house, right? Off a slight conjunction with the part of victory, right? About 4 degrees, about 4 degrees, 15 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of more internal releasing. I think beings will be coming across doing, right? Yeah, in the home life, because possibly, once again, I'm seeing and just feeling as what we've been referencing for a while, and just other sincere beings on just the animal husbandry. All right, folks, going through these processes and, thinking we have to do things in order to get things when, I have to like stop and ask yourself this questions like, why am I even paying for these things in the first place? And then folks will be like, oh, well, you got to pay this because everybody else is doing this. And it's like, I'm quote Brother Hassan again, according to who's thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that Sun and Uranus is in a semi-sextile as well. So it's really, and it's Wow, still in the 10th. Yeah, this is overcoming like the challenges when it comes to just seeing your own self-authority. All right. And I'll probably say too, get those what do they call those voltage things that you can like put over the plugins, right? Electricity degree in children. So make sure, just
Gotcha.
watching out for the children, don't have things out that shouldn't be, and just, protecting, no doom and gloom, just a heads up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can go something to get the people. Yeah, I'll yield for that one. Keep this thing going, heading on to the Aquarius zone, right? And we are at Duanbe, Tajikistan, right? I don't know why it's got a little question mark. This is this is occurring on a Thursday, April 6th, 0900 hours, 34 minutes, 31 seconds. All right, we have Luna in the 5th, Sol in 11th. It's another Cancer degree too. Would you looking? Yeah, so when it comes to like the internet and creativity, I'm feeling that beings are gonna maybe find some new ways to find some inspiration and creativity. This could also be like releasing like relationship planes or just anything that's not really bringing you joy, right? And anything else that's just not bringing you the peace of mind that you're looking for, right? When you think about Sunny 11th, right? An Aquarian ruled house. And I think you're able to really find some gems. So maybe beings are getting into their ancestry more. I can even say that for me too. I know I'm wanting to, know more about the ancestors as well and the family lineage. So maybe getting into that, maybe talking to the elders in the family. Right. And I think with that too, when trying to, when you're digging, you're going to find more gems, especially when brother signed too last night on the live when he was like, when it comes to like certain past memories, you're able to like time travel. I'm paraphrasing, but you're able to time travel and re-experience that. So there's going to be a lot of like deep healing that the collective is going through, especially here in this Tajikistan area. I think it's going to be a lot of healing coming through conversations. Maybe via internet. So we've got Mercury and North Node still there as well. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of valuable communicating. Mercury's ruling the chart, right? Virgo's unaccepted in the 4th. Right there, so the 1st to 4th. So yeah, it's really coming home. 22 degrees is a Saturnian ruled degree, right? When it comes to Capricorn. So yeah, there's a lot of releasing like old foundations, old mindsets, ways that brought anxiety, ways that don't bring beauty and balance to your life. Right. Change could be painful, right? Quoting Prophet Noble Drew, forced to make changes. And just really able to see the beauty in life. And and just studying, right, things that your family didn't study. And that they parents probably didn't study, and just typically most beings are not studying, right? Mars and Cancer. So yeah, waking out of that sleep and trance hypnosis and really looking to secure the home in a harmonious way, a lodial way, without having to transact or be like a federal agent to get things. And then when it comes to that federal agent ways, their processes and dues, and be able to just be clear and allodial, clear and free. Securing it for yourself and for others, because we're all service to each other and we're all here to assist each other. So using that emotional distress, anger, whatever you like to call it, and really transmuting that, and maybe doing some poetry and music, putting in writs, suing, right? All right, just because beings think they're doing their job doesn't mean it's right. So see those, a lot of things of that is going to happen too, collectively and globally. And with that, I will yield the floor for the Aquarius zone. All right, moving on to the Capricorn zone. All right, man. Remember that time we caught Brother Brother Sign? We had him go in on the 6th house.
Say that one more time.
I say, you remember that time we caught Brother Jag when we was live and had him go in on the 6th house?
Oh yeah. That's long. Indeed. Definitely.
All right, so yeah. He said, man, what? All right, so moving on. Capricorn zone, we're at Moody, Somalia. Occurring on a Thursday still, April 6, 2023. Christian calendar year, Kusei Kwa, 1443, Moorish calendar year. We've got Taurus on the rise, right? We've got Sol and Luna in the 6th and 12th house. All right, so with Venus ruling the chart, Venus and Taurus, right? We think of values when we think of Taurus, Venus relating, so able to relate self-value, self-identity values. So able to share some keys of wisdom, as some would say, or gems, whatever lingo you like to say, to share that with others, to really bring them like, a sense of value to itself, a side of them, a light to a side of them that could have been in the dark. Right? They just needed someone to shine that light on them. All right. Luna's in the 6th. So we're thinking about service. We're thinking about health. So, possibly, starting a workout, self-workout, right? We're looking at Sun in the 12th, definitely joining at home. Maybe just working out, doing yoga from the comfort of one's own home, non-statutorily speaking. I was like Uranus in the first 2 years, a lot of stuff changes. With this full moon being at a Cancerian degree, like I said, able to dig deep into those emotions and intuition and really just feel what really needs to be let go. And you're already feeling it. You're having things possibly come up, that cause you some pain, but a good thing about past memories, past pain is that when it surfaces, it's a time to heal and cut those cords and, remove that energy from us and be able to move on from it instead of just ignoring it, right? That's that Aries energy, really just able to be straightforward and go and deal with those things that are necessary. Jupiter is at 20, that's 8, that's a Scorpion degree. So yeah, this full moon is really about finding gems within yourself and communicating those and just releasing everything from that past sun cycle, with this being the first full moon of the astrological new year. Let's see, and Mars in the 3rd. I think beings still really gonna see that a lot of things have been in their mind, and they would really break free from just the traditional family ways of doing things, especially when they feel like they're being called to do something else. So I'm not giving into that Moloch energy and going forward with what's placed in their heart that they know is true. And with that, I will yield the floor and let the living master go in on a Sagittarius zone.
You are hilarious, bro. Just sharing out to Facebook very briefly that we're live, right? Want to make this moment to say, guys, go to 7hillstar.com. Why can I not be seen? Interessante. Oh, I muted my camera. Why did you do that? All right, go to 7hillstar.com, guys. Sign up for our email list because you guys know every Thursday I send an email pertaining to the 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report for that day prior, right? As well as for the Intuition Monday, which is now happening right now, our 300th video on YouTube, guys. That's what
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
right now. I think what I'll do also, like I said, we're gonna just run a brief special, right, Brother Sean? It's 150 for the Mental Magician report and 153 as far as the Elemonary tuitions are concerned, right? 153 for the Mirror AstroLiteracy session. So you guys, whoever gets both of those today, not only will you get a calendar, I'm going to throw some extras in there for you. When you get that calendar, I'm going to throw in something a little extra. I ain't going to tell you. I'm just going to wait till you transact for it. And,
Yeah, same here. I think I'll give something. I won't say what. I'll just go off what I feel. When beings transact, and it's like, give me that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
not
already
only.
know what I'm going to give now. I'm just saying, though. The calendar's one thing. The other thing is going to be something different, right? That I'll give that's extra for anyone who books both their Mirror Astro Literacy session and their Mental Magician report. Order your Mental Magician report and book your and schedule, your Mirror Astro Literacy session. Like I said, the Elemonary tuition combined is 303 units in lieu of lawful money via Cash App. Alrighty, and guys, just DM us, DM one of us, either DM Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey at 7 Heel Star on Instagram, or Brother Sean Aline L at 720 Astro Healing, right, on Instagram. Or you guys can, you guys know the number is out there for you guys, right? 443-376-8764, and I will make sure whichever one of us you give Elemonary tuition for.
Yeah, you can reach me at 281-330-8004.
My Joe. So you stop. Don't call that number, guys. He's
joking.
Right. I'll make sure that it's split accordingly and appropriately, right? Because I don't practice robbing my brothers at all. So with that being said, Brother Corey is just thinking all the things that I'm thinking, bro. But anyway, shout out to the Exalted Cyclops,
right? The president,
brothers. Brother Timesar Muhammad Bey, that's brother Terrell Tamari Bey, as well as brother Ara Muwaba Bey, right? I trust you guys caught last night's presentation also. Pertaining to leaving the European here long enough to teach ye government. All right. And I did the second portion to the flag presentation. Brother Ara did last Sunday, and then last night I did my portion for that presentation. And so there's been 3 installments pertaining to leaving the European here long enough to teach you government. All right, so that you guys can be able to just enjoy your studies and have exactly what it is that you need so that you can move forward in your own endeavors when it comes to these things, right? So let me finish sharing this out here on Facebook, right? And I'll come back to just making sure everyone else can really get what they need, right? Tagging you also, of course, tagging my bros here at Facebook. All righty, that is posting. So full moon near the Sagittarius zone, right? Within the Sagittarius zone for the 6th April 2023 on Thor's Day, right? Thursday. And that's happening at 0500 hours, 34 minutes and 41 seconds, or 5:34:31 anti-meridian. All righty. And so with this being said, it's with and what portion on the planet within the Sagittarius zone are we observing the sky from, observing the zodiac? It is Luanda, Angola. And this is actually taking place where Sol is in the 1st and Luna's in the 7th now. So Libra ruling the 7th from the 2nd. That seems like some very fortunate and accidental dignity type of energy there, because Venus is ruling the 2nd house also, since Taurus is on the 2nd house cusp. The 2nd house cusp is on Taurus at 6 degrees, 57 minutes. So all in there with Venus, and Venus is again at the poet and recluse degree. We also see that there is Juno, who is Jupiter's consort, right? However, in Greek mythology, Juno would be called Hera, and Jupiter would be called Zeus. So that's Zeus's boo thing, right? So when it comes to your consort and being able to make some sudden changes in the values pertaining to said relationship, what one can be able to possess accurately is a means to just, maybe write a love letter, do something different. Texting's cool, right? You can do a text. However, actually write something, right? Learn a song that one another likes and sing it to one another. I'm serious. Because when it comes
Write
to
a love letter.
basically, yeah. I mean, the letter is definitely always just bada bing, bada boomski. What you'll also recognize in doing this, that giving compliments to your loved ones regularly, is highly necessary. It really is. It's very good for the self-esteem pertaining to you both involved. And it will definitely bring some balance to the relationship, especially when it comes to subconscious thinking pertaining to how everyone is thinking. Very interestingly, too, Venus is applying trine to Jesus's mama and daddy, right? And I'm speaking astromasonically, which is Spica. Spica is representative pertaining to Mary in the Bible, and Arcturus is a representative when it comes to the Bible, to Joseph. So the moon is at 16 and Spica and Arcturus are at 24 degrees, right? Venus is applying trine or approaching, meaning exactly trine to both. First will be trine to Spica or Spica within 2 minutes of the Venusian transit. And then after that, it'll only take another 23, however, right now, 25 Venusian arc minutes away from being trine to Arcturus. So when it really comes to relating, make sure, guys, that you are bringing together some of the greatest things that will help to better the relationship, fulfill the love and loss, so to speak, when it comes to the relationship, and the kindness that is necessary to keep said relationship joyful. Keep it new every day, right? Sometimes, even if you've been together for a few years, still do things that you've done when you were courting each other. All right. So that's exactly what I see here with Mars in Cancer actually ruling the ascendant as well as the 8th house. What I think will be done is there will be some light shined upon some ways to really heal some wounds. All right. And be able to really expand the ideals pertaining to maybe some uncomfortabilities one another has had in relationships, and make sure you be able to communicate that which is necessary so you don't feel incarcerated or chained, from being your actual self. So allow one another to be who they are, express one another, move outside of their comfort zone to newer ideals pertaining to the relationship, pertaining to yourself, so that you can be able to enjoy a divine balance and have things very fortunate and healthy, so to speak, occur for you and your loved ones, so that you'll be able to look at those things in your past and see, as instead of them being something that cripples you, they actually have allowed you to move further and forward with that whom you're sharing said quote unquote relationship with. So speak kindly, be kind, write those feelings and share them. With that being said, I yield. We're going to go to the Scorpio zone. All right.
You could like me, check yes or no.
that works too. That works too. It's like fun little love letters. You know what I mean? I gotta admit, when it comes to me and my beloved Mother Mistress Consort, I'm like, hey girl, you got a boyfriend? Fuck that nigga. No, I'm saying. No, I'm joking. No. Sometimes I just like having fun like that because
You've been with a real mind. Real
Yeah,
man, real
yeah,
man.
I know, right? You know, I bet you he can't do it. No, let me stop. So it's like, but having
I'm
fun
down
like
for
that
love. He
just,
can't do it like me.
yeah, I know, right? It's like doing those things though, it just really one for me, it just, you know, it just really lets me really express the appreciation that it really can't be enumerated and words really can't explain. And
So,
so it also, it's just like, you know, if you look at the relationship like a plant in your house, you know, or something that you're growing in your garden, you got to give it adequate, make sure it has adequate sunlight and water. And usually complements and consideration are the sunlight and water and the proper airflow to the relationship. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there, guys. Make sure that you're relating properly. So then when you get to the Scorpio zone here, right? When you
hey,
get to the
love.
Scorpio,
Your love.
make
Wait, hold
love,
on.
not the water.
Your love is like words that can't be said. Words that can't be said. Words that can't be said. Let's see.
Only
Your
want
love is
you
like,
to love. What'd you say, bro? You're
it's like, yeah,
hilarious.
your love is like words that can't be told in words.
You're
Baby girl,
hilarious.
I just birthed myself into your world.
Dancing's good too. That's another way, a
Dancing.
good way to communicate how you feel. Jupiter ruling the ascendant here from Aries, actually within the second house, while Mars is ruling over the second house over Aries, right? And Moon, right, is ruling over Mars, and Venus there is final dispositor. So again, Venus is ultimately the final dispositor, even for Jupiter ruling the ascendant here. However, what we can do, guys, is really allow ourselves to possibly just, you know, allow some delays to occur so that we can make sure we're properly instituting the ideals necessary while we're allowing ourselves to really find the values in the relationship. Eighth house is the values to the relationship because it's second to the seventh. While we really find some balance in that and really allow ourselves to equally listen to one another. Hearing is a sense. So if you're not deaf, you can hear. However, listening is a skill. So make sure what you allow yourself to do is find those essentials that is very necessary for you to actually watch, right? Be that watcher in the South, right? In other words, be that watcher that can, you know, look above, look up to not only to yourself, but a reflection pertaining to yourself so that you can be able to properly institute those things necessary. Even when you seek to isolate yourself or have you and those that you relate to isolated into a function or event of your own. What I really see here is there's going to be this almost unique and divine balance, honestly, really in the subconscious mind. And how it's going to take place is making sure that one really is in close proximity to those things that really bring about justice within themselves. So when it comes to bringing justice within yourself, make sure your subconscious mind is really finding a relative means to possess and really share a way that the ideals that you have in your heart really also reflect those that you immediately relate to. So it shows that you have taken the time to isolate not only your thoughts, but really not be self centered in your dealings with your loved ones. When it comes to beings dealing with incarcerating situations, I think what will be seen is a delay in getting away from that incarcerating situation will give you time for a little more clarity to be able to better institute what it is that you would like to present and what you would like to be forward about. So let that brief delay only occur until after, you know, Saturn rises, so to speak. So give it about, 6 minutes or so. And if those 6 minutes equate to 6 months, right? 6 months, just really take your time to allow that delay to be a means for you to better perfect what you would like to be active about in as far as expanding the values that you bring to whatever event and or relationship that you are involved in. That's what it is for the Scorpio zone for the Senegal, happening at 0400 hours, 34 minutes, and 31 seconds, or 4:34:31 anti-meridian. All right. I yield the floor there. Let's take it on now to the Libra zone.
We in the Libra zone. We in the Libra zone.
Indeed. All righty. So in the Libra zone, where Luna is full in Libra, right? This is happening, all right, according to the Brazil time, right? Belém, Brazil, right? Having the 6th April 2023 at 0100 hours, 34 minutes, 31 seconds, or 1:34:31 anti-meridian. This is happening in the 9th and 3rd house, right? The reverse, they're in each other's joy. So they're in mutual reception by joy, which is not actually something that's really even considered or said in most, and if not all, astrological circles. I never heard anyone say mutual reception by joy. However, it's happening here.
You said it first.
I know, right? I'm Ray J with this shit. Anyway, not actually, but yeah, it's funny. So Venus is ruling over the 9th house from the 4th. Interessante, while ruling the 4th also. So, you guys may be finding making yourselves at home abroad, actually. So making yourselves home in mindsets that you've never found yourself being comforted in or nurtured in, or finding yourself physically somewhere far away from where you've actually normally find domus, find shelter. Then what you'll be able to do is really have the means to really reflect some beauty pertaining to a certain drive that you really, it's funny, as soon as I said drive, I thought about a computer drive also. So, however, I'm talking about just really being driven and making sure that you're doing what needs to be done. So, someone may inherit or find a means to inherit some type of home here, or what you will be doing is actually being able to secure an opportunity for yourself that may seem like it's a local event. You may be doing some house cleaning or something and being very active in your house cleaning. I think what will occur is a means for you to really transform how it is that you normally do things. And you'll be able to now probably fulfill some kind of contract, right, for yourself, where, especially for cleaners, I keep having in my mind people that, clean houses and stuff. I think a certain contract is going to have some type of confirmation. And it's going to allow you to be able to clean up either one particular house or a certain amount of homes of some sort, where you'll be able to really show and prove what it is that you can do, right? And really bring to light the things that you may have felt that people didn't value or really had in mind when it comes to you and what it is that you do and the service you provide. So you're just really looking for the people to be able to reflect, the people that may work with you, have them be able to reflect in your foreign affairs that which you have brought light to in your quote unquote speech or advertisement or financial statement about your cleaning service, or as far as cleaning up people's homes and things of that nature. All righty, and with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased as he takes it to the Virgo zone, my Virgo bro, brother Sean Aline L. Islam.
Shout out to my Cancer bro.
Islam.
Shout out to the Mercury Hermanos, right? Brother Aaron with the Jag. Shout out to the Sagittarius brother Claude.
Yeah, I know, right? Islam.
All right, so moving on here. For the full moon Virgo, right? We're at Port-au-Prince, Haiti. With a call it now, right? April 6th, 2023, Thursday. All right, we already know we have 10th in the 4th house, but now Luna is in the 10th house. Sol is in the 4th. And would you look at that? Wow. With the house cuts at 11 degrees, 25 minutes, right? And then you got 11 right there. So yeah. Luna's in the 10th. So yeah, I think conversation is going to be had. That's what I keep seeing. Yeah, Luna's in the 10th, so that's the people. Now the people are feeling a sense of justice, right? Realizing that they are Jesus, they are the I am identity, right? When it comes to metaphysics. And they realize that they've been there, savior the whole time. And maybe it just took for some different things to happen for them to realize that soul in the 4th. So yeah, the light is being shined upon the ego of the home. There's a lot of wounded healing that is going to be healed in a home. And I'm just speaking, we're referencing ahead of time, right? It should be next strong. That's next strong at this full moon occurs. So there's going to be a lot of healing. Right, son, you can look at it as father, or you can outside of yourself, and you can look at it as the masculine energy within yourself, right? Just to give you that dual side nature to that. And you're able to really, like I said, heal a lot of pain that has been causing you worry or joy that just been stuck. Right, Luna's in the 10th, so it comes to the relating of the status and of authority. Yeah, it's the covers, right? The veils have been removed, and maybe just taking time to catch up. So a lot of beings are going to be seeing this now, and physically, right? It's going to be really they're able to see the details, they're able to, like I said, detach from the things they've studied, and really just look at the details, look at the different bits and pieces of information, and this will help you see that bigger picture, especially when one, you could either be just stuck in a bigger picture or just don't know, right? Capricorn on the rise, all right, so we look for Saturn's in a second. So definitely, I would say spiritual values here, in a sense, right? To break away from that mental bondage, sense consciousness, right? Getting you out of Egypt, Saturn's and Pisces. So things coming full circle here. Oh, let's see, Luna, where you at? And yeah, so this full moon, you can be releasing some things, right? Some challenges, right? When it comes to just like the authority or your career, or just how you would like to, create. So, whatever that you see for yourself, for those challenges that you feel like you just can't get by, I think you'd be able to either sit and meditate on it for that clarity to come, or it'll just be in front of you, however that is going to work for you. All right, and you'll get the the energy to drive by just like I said, leaving the ego alone and getting into the spirit of things. Thinking about more spiritual matters instead of worldly material matters. And with that, I will yield the floor. All right, we'll move into the sunny Leo zone. Right, occurring Wednesday. Right, so make sure you that's gonna be who had Wednesday? Was that brother Jag? Or was it? Was brother Jag Wednesday?
Yeah, because I think I started out. I had Thursday and Tuesday. You had Friday and Monday.
Yeah, I literally heard it's like, what was said Wednesday? So I'll definitely be checking for that, post some more content. But however, right, occurring at 2300 hours, 34 minutes, 1134 post meridian. This is occurring near the Hutchinson, Kansas State Republic. We got Sagittarius on the rise, being ruled by Guru, which is in the 5th house, right? We have Sol and Luna also in the 5th house. All right, so yeah, I'm also getting 2 art. I think there's about to be a lot of art released. That just might have been like on the hold, right? I also probably look at it too for like some art gallery or museum, something in that fashion. Not quite clear on that for the people though, right? Right, you're valuing your authority, valuing your sense of justice. When it comes to this 11th house, Luna, Libra, 11th house, that's all about I would say learning, via internet, but also able to use your discernment. Right, sun's in the 5th. So this is like inner child. Like I think there's about to be a lot of inner child healing. Especially for a particular area, Sagittarius rising as well. Jupiter's ruling the charts, ruling the 1st and the 4th. Right. So yeah, Jupiter ruling the 1st and the 4th. And you're healing from why you shouldn't have to worry about paying bills on the 1st and the 5th, right? So I see beings are really gonna be like realizing that a lot of psychological, spiritual warfare, and just pretty much the operations of just how things have been going or changing. Things aren't going normal, right? And then you have to define what was even normal. But yeah, committing to committing to yourself and to the people. Let's see. I'm looking for, Mars and Venus. Venus and right in the 6th house. So poetry, yeah, poet and recluse. So how bro was saying about just writing, writing your feelings out, writing things that you would like to set out for yourself. And I'd really say get a list too of things that you just want to let go of, things that are no longer serving you. Like what's not bringing beauty to your life? What's not bringing peace? What's not bringing like the authority and the drive to feel that I don't like to say that ram within you, but like that leadership, that authority within you. What's causing that? What needs to be let go of? Mars, ruling over the sun for this full moon's in the 8th house, so that's some accidental dignity there. And yeah, I know it's going for me too, is really getting into the emotions of things and why things can trigger you so easy. Right. So it's like, man, just not getting triggered and learning to use the emotions to feel that you want for yourself without being destructive. Venus ruling over Luna's in the 6th. So yeah, maybe like someone's getting about to start taking some art classes, maybe online, via Zoom, or maybe near where they are. Learning some beautician, writing, painting, in that fashion. With that, I will yield the floor. And now moving into a final last piece of the pie.
Wow.
All right, with the Cancer zone.
That's right. That's my zone, son. Let me start.
Yeah, Cancer zone, and we at Ray Bay Island, right? That kind of went together. We in the Cancer zone, and we at Ray Bay Island.
Okay.
7 Hill Star Freestyle Moon Day. We be freestyling, wilding. Nah, quit. Anyways, however,
yeah, Riva Bay. But yeah, man, that's interesting. That appellation for that island is pretty interesting.
Yeah, we over in brother Hassan's neck of the woods, right in the Cancer zone.
You're hilarious. Islam.
All right, so we got 12th and 6th house. So all right, 6th house. You think about ego, you think about consciousness or expression. Um, when you think of Aries, and it's getting close to that exaltation degree. So yeah. That song just popped out. Break out. So yeah, breaking out of that mode too. So then you can even use the story of a butterfly, right? How it goes into its cocoon and then it emerges. So this can be applied to also, matter of fact, I'll even give you another reference in Star Wars. I'm not sure which movie. When Han Solo got froze, they kind of like put him in that little thing and he was froze like that, like solidified. He was like, and they had to break him out. Yeah, cryogenically, yeah.
Preserved. Let me stop, man. How you?
Right. So now you're able to just break out of that mode and routine. Sun in the Aries the same, getting active. So it's spring. So getting out in the sun, getting out in nature. Luna's in the 12th, right? So during the day, getting active, and during the night or the nocturnal. Yeah, it's like cleaning the home, doing some yoga, even like teaching relatives. I think a lot of beings gonna be teaching their relatives some things too. That is coming up. Mars ruling over that Aries, but Jupiter's final dispositor. Jupiter's also in the 6th as well. So would you look at that? Yeah, just expanding the service that you give to yourself. And Luna finding ways of 12th and the 7th. So just breaking those ways that you feel like you can't relate to others just because of like some belief or system or whatever. It's like seeing someone you're like, oh man, I don't know about him or whoop de whoop, and then you have a conversation or they do something like in that fact, and you're like, wow, you're a really cool dude. Like I was so judgmental of you at first, just from the physical thing, but there's an energy about you, and then you have that conversation. So relating that spirituality, and you can maybe even learn from someone, get some value from someone, from being on the internet, from someone that does like meditation or those things, or contracts, right? So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
And sun with that Uranus too. Yeah, being service to yourself is being a service to others. So knowing that we're all going through the same thing and be able to communicate, right? Look at that Taurus, and wow, look at that Taurus conjunct not only the North Node, but that Fortune Spirit. So yeah, somewhere over in this French Polynesia area too. Like I don't want to say like someone gifting them like a business, because it's like statutory thing, but giving them opportunities to do something for the family that's like valuable, but also a stern foundation, or even possibly like receiving downloads as to what their true purpose really is. And in that fashion, Mars ruling the chart ruler, Mars in the 9th. Yeah, this is like beings probably having like heated conversation or debates because what they thought was once true or what they really wanted was kind of really the opposite way. It's kind of like they thought they were going one way, but it's like, I don't need GPS, and then you find out, wow, I went the wrong way. I'm actually going the opposite of where I'm going. So now you're able to get on track with that higher learning and really institute that in the home. Bring that foreign knowledge, that foreign philosophy that will assist the home. right? Especially when they don't know, beings don't know. This is also even bringing it to the lawyers, right? Woe unto you lawyers and
Woe unto
religious men and
ye
priests.
liar holes. Oh, yeah, I was just saying, woe unto ye liar holes.
Liar holes, yes.
Bar
To
rats.
energetic vampires, you bar rats. All right, you big New York rats. Yeah, Venus, where you at, babe? The 7th too. Yeah, because yeah, beings are gonna really start seeing that well, they're finally gonna catch up. There's most of us to know, but that system is going down. And really just like review contracts. And start learning, like, once again, what is a contract? What makes a contract valid and enforceable, and just learning that. And I think a lot of beings are gonna find some interesting things. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna yield and just even further just talk about that. Beings are gonna say like, yo, you done had us fucked up for a while. What I was saying, because once again, like I said, that question is like, why should we have to pay for the life necessities? Why should we have to pay for food, clothing, and shelter? And why does somebody think they can make some building because they have more land and resources to extract resources and energy from beings that don't have it? That should only be for businesses, not the people, privates. And I yield. What you have to say, bro?
Yeah, it's because people are just really used to
getting used.
Yeah, basically used to getting used. Exactly. And the use of fruct activities that's happening here, they're going to stop one way or another. It's just that what we do in sharing this information is really just particularly in assistance to helping to unveil that which has always been there. Prophet Noble Drew Ali has already pulled the covers pertaining to all secret societies. He has removed the veil completely. And all we're doing is just enforcing our charge. In order to change the people, we must change their literature by further bringing these things to you all. All righty. So with that being said, and I wanted to say too, and Brother Sean usually has some thumbnail art that I usually collaborate with him with when he finishes his portion of it, and I complete the thumbnails for our YouTube. At least a moon cycle in advance, if he doesn't have it, for many moon cycles in advance, these thumbnails complete. And it's interesting how Brother Taj Tariq Bey, this past Friday, just went over Job. And the thumbnail that you guys see behind Brother Sean is really speaking on right there. That's right where he just kind of dodged it. But just below that title, right, that what he's pointing to, that's a quote from Job 38 verses 32 and 33, I think, or 32 through 34, something like that. And what's very interesting about that is that was completed a whole moon cycle in advance before Brother Taj's presentation happened on Friday, just to show you the synchronicities that are there already. I think that's very interesting. And that portion is within Veritas, where it really shows you even where the term Hebrew comes from, which is from the term Hebers, right? I guess we could possibly read that. I could probably find that.
Man, you literally brought that up. I'm like, okay. I said, let me look up Veritas.
No, you already got it ready. You ready?
No, but I can. Where you at, GTF? There is. I think that's like right at the beginning. All right, not too far from the beginning.
Median and Persian laws.
Let me just hit. Bam. Page 6. No. Is it 22? Bam, got it. So let me hit.
It is. It's page 22.
Yep, PDF page. So let me come back to Zoom. Share preview. Boom. Got it. Let me hit full size that. And let me zoom in.
Yep. Okay. So since you brought it up, just to read this very briefly, all right. First of all, scroll up a little bit so they can see which section it is. It's a construction median and Persian laws. It's interesting because this is during Nisan, the sun's Aries, and the moon is at Tishri, Libra, right? So to speak, depending on how you're looking at it, right? However, you won't be able to see the stars pertaining to Nisan until the sun is at Tishri, near Libra. However, right now you'll be able to see the stars near Libra, because by the sun transiting tropic Aries, we'll be able to see the stars pertaining to tropic Libra, even though it's sidereally speaking, transiting Pisces, while Luna is transiting Virgo. Sidereally speaking. Job 38, 31, and 32. It's 31 and 32, forgive me. Job 38, 31, and 32. Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the hands of Orion? Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth in his season, or canst thou guide Arcturus with his sons? Yes, so there in Job, you actually see what's being mentioned. Constellations and the zodiac. It just doesn't say zodiac, it says Mazzaroth. The zodiac may be termed the matrix, the matrix, right? The womb, pertaining to theoretical astronomy and speculative masonry. See the sun in the middle of Mary when you see the word masonry? Sun in the womb of Mary, in the word masonry, right? As the sciences became lost and the true value and meaning of the mystic, you can zoom in, bro, now.
Got you.
So that people can.
Boom, how that look?
Perfecto, right? As the sciences became lost, the true value and meaning pertaining to the mystic belt became unknown, and the zodiac was and still is claimed by jugglers, necromancers, and conjurers. In the East and in Egypt are many cities, right? Within, in the within, and in mental bondage to sense consciousness are many energy centers. So in the East and in Egypt are many cities now in ruins that are believed to have flourished thousands of years past. Among these ancient ruins are celestial records, so proved to be celestial in consequence pertaining to their furnishing zodiacs. Mexico claims antiquity long prior to the imaginary or clerical discovery of America.
Imaginary discovery.
Imaginary or clerical, which means, boy, they just, man, I love it when the honesty is there. Like, yeah, this is some warring against the people in the name of Jesus happening there, right? Some crusading bullshit going on, talking about discovering America. Stop. The ruins of Mexico furnish zodiacs. The Buddhists fancy themselves the progenitors of the human race, and they produce the zodiac. So indeed do all civilized ancient nations. With every trifling variation, the figures of the 12 signs are found to be the same among all people. And during all generations, does this not argue that formerly there must have been a prevailing universal astronomical knowledge? Question mark. Which knowledge is known to this generation? Question mark. The word zodiac is of Greek derivation and is, pardon me, which knowledge is unknown to this generation? Pardon me, question mark. The word zodiac is of Greek derivation and is so called, quote, on account of the living creatures that are imagined to be in it, end quote. And that's from Bailey's Dictionary on the left side there in the margin. If Brother Sean just scooted on over a little bit, you'll see in the margin it's referring to Bailey's Dictionary. No, you just slide the page over. Like zoom out a little bit. See, that says Bailey's Dictionary in the margin right there. Yeah. All right, you can zoom back in now.
I'm zooming in.
This line. The living things are the Hebrews. See where the word Hebrew come from? Hebrews. The Hebrews. Or the ever-wandering planets. So that's why I said before, man. Here is where people talk about their Hebrew Israelites. Oh, okay, so you're an ever-wandering planet in spiritual consciousness. Cool, because Israelites are thoughts pertaining to spiritual consciousness. Hebrew is dealing with the Hebrews, the wandering planets. So are you saying that you're adept pertaining to the workings of nature and the zodiac, our zodiac constitution, our Mazaroth, which is a Chaldee term, as you'll see? The living things are the Hebrews, or the wandering planets, personated as living Takalapons, living gods. The book of Job, the modern learned considered to have been written at about the same period as Genesis. See the Polyglot and other Bibles. Moses and Job were contemporaries. And Greek and Latin must have been known in their times. The Greek word zodiac does not appear in the Bible, but Job mentions Mazaroth, which is the Chaldee name of the 12 signs. The position of Job in the heavens will be discovered to be at that point on the circle where Attica, or ancient Athens, was founded 1556 before Christ. 1556 before Christ. We already know 15 times 15 is what? 225. 225 plus 56 gets us what? 281. Because now you're getting back to doing the astromasonics and finding the Royal Ark Companions. For those of you that's really been studying Veritas, if that didn't make sense to you, I'm moving on either way. As the book of Genesis was written 1491, looky, Astro Cookie. Oh, hold on 2 seconds. Let me think that over. 225 plus 50 is 275 plus 6 is 281. Okay, cool. So now we're here, 1491 before Christ. 14 times 15, all you got to do is take 225, subtract 15, that takes you to 210. 210 plus 100 gets you 310, but you minus 9, you're at 301. So Royal Ark Companion 301. So right now they just gave you two different points on within the sidereal zodiac according to Veritas, according to the astrolabe that we have. For those of you that can really read this. And if you haven't checked out our Veritas series, go to Seven Hill Stars YouTube channel and find the playlist that deals with where we present Veritas. And Veritas, along with the Celestial Atlas, as well as the Tablet of Memory, are all in Prophet Noble Drew Ali University within the Veritas and Moor folder. As the book of Genesis was written 1491 before Christ, it consequently follows, that the language of ancient Athens or Greek must have been known 65 years before Genesis. Job not only mentions the Chaldee word Mazaroth, but he likewise mentions the Pleiades, Orion, and Arcturus. Pleiades, Orion, and Arcturus are of Greek derivation. So my man was spitting Chaldee and Greek. allegedly.
Cowdeep bars.
Right? And these names are well known to modern astrologers. The following zodiacs are the Buddhists, taken from Upham's History of Buddhism, quote unquote. The Egyptians from Oedipi Aegyptici, right? Or Egyptici, right? By Kircher. The Hebrew or Hebrew, Latin, and English from the ordinary almanacs, right? So now you can see what they are. In Buddhist, you have Mesha, Vrishpa, because I already know, like, even though it's saying Buddhist, it's still similar to what when you learn Vedic astrology. It looks like it says Rashaba or Rasaba, but it's Mesha, Vrishpa, some people say Vrishaba, Mithuna, right? Cancer is usually Karka, but it says Kataka here. So you're seeing derivations. Simha, Simha, but this says Sinha, right? Usually it's Tula for Virgo. It's usually Tula, right? However, they have, pardon me, Kanya, for Virgo, but this says Kanai. Tula for Virgo, but it says Dalal. Vrishk or Vrishika for Scorpio, but it says Roshika. Danus, Dhanus, but here it says Danu. All right, Makara, Makara, but it looks like it says Mirkiri, right? Kumbha, Kumbha, for those that study the Vedic, but you see here for Buddhists it says Kumbo for Aquarius, and Mina, but it says Mine for Pisces. So Mesha, Vrishva, Mithuna, Karka, Simha, Kanya, which is Kanya, but it says Kanai. Tula, Vrishika or Vrishik, Dhanus, Makara, Kumbha, Mina. Egyptian, Aman, Apis, Hercules and Apollo, Hermanubis, Mumfto, Isis, Umfta, Typhon, which is the python, Nephti, Anubis, Canubus, and Ikton. Ikton, right? Fish, Ik, ICH, like the study of fish is called ichthyology. In the Hebrew, Nisan, right? Iyar, Sivan, Tammuz, Ab, Elul, Tishri, Heshvan, Kislev, Tibet, Sabat, Adar. In Latin, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. In English, Ram, Bull, Twins, Crab, Lion, Virgin, Balance, Scorpion, Bowman, Deer, Water pot, Fishes. Right? Just to show you the different ways the Mazaroth is identified, or the zodiac is identified. The zodiac of the 12 signs claims the celestial belt known as the ecliptic, or the circle through which the sun appears to perform its course during the year. The circle is 360 degrees, and the 12 signs, according to astronomers, have each 30 degrees. The year is of 365 days, and modern astronomers have strangely jammed these 365 days on the ecliptic circle of 360 degrees. The ancients managed differently. I'm gonna stop there, you guys. If you want to go and read more and get that, remember, guys, go and check out our playlist on our YouTube channel here, 7 Hailstar. And you can see that 13 video presentation of Veritas. It's going to say 14, but that's because the last one got split into 2 parts. So I think I made a mistake and hit the end button. I was like, oh, my bad. I didn't mean to hit that. You know what I'm saying? But we got right back to it immediately. Right? So with that being said, any questions, comments, and or suggestions? Let's see what they said in the chat so far. Mother Energy, does Islam letters is spell casting? Indeed. Seven says love. Malika says Hinchy family, blood sacrifice up, because we know bless means blood sacrifice, right? Interesting words there. Jadon says Islam kinfolks. Jadon says, oh yes, we can claim antiquity on this side. Indeed. And Malika says fire, rises fire, and a star emoji also. I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much. So what I'm going to do is probably drink water bottle number 5 and 6 here, right? For, you know, because I've been observing Ramadan, right? However, Ramadan is not just about abstaining from food and sex. It's anything, really. What is it that you're doing a lot of that you may need a break from to abstain from? So with that being said, make sure you guys are enjoying your Ramadan, for those of you that are enjoying it however you're enjoying it, right? So to speak. And with that being said, guys, I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Thank you for your participation, especially all of you that commented in the chat. No matter what your comment is, appreciate you very much for interacting with us. And with that, I yield the floor, guys. On behalf of my beloved brother Sean Lee Mel, Zoltan Cyclops, brother Corey Bay, brother Time Sar, brother Terrell Tamari Bay, and Paragon Devo, brother R. Mwaba Bay. I'd like to thank you all.
Brother R. Mwaba, don't drop the bomb on the Bay.
Why would you want to manifest your baby at a hospital? I mean, I get it if you're not confident in doing things at home, you know, like before hospitals were a thing, like, you know, like when your great grandmother probably just went in the river with her and her female counterparts, her homegirls, her cousins and sisters. So, I mean, I would stay away from the hospital as much as possible, especially if you're not a federal agent. You know, if you're not a federal agent, why be in a hospital? Right? So some things can be answered in the video, yeah. However, where's your comprehension? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Yeah,
I think a lot of the things that has been the norm, what folks always do is going to be a thing of the past. You know, going to the hospitals, these naval stores, so they're gonna be back into community, yo. Like I'm telling you, it's about to be an interesting Pluto and Aquarius transit, and Saturn's in Pisces right now. Still sidereally Aquarius. So yeah, the whole you know, growing your own food, you know, manifesting the babies at home. I mean, it's yeah.
Yeah, Malika, what do you yeah, hold on, just to add to your wisdom real quick, brother Sean. So, like, my suggestion, have a pool at home. Just do something at home. Do something that's not in the hospital in manifesting. Provided you're someone who's not a meat eater, whoever you're getting the information for, Malika. Someone who's not a meat eater. Like, I really don't. When I speak, I'm trusting that I'm speaking to beings that are vegan, beings that are, you know, consuming the herbs that they need to consume on the daily. Beings that are not Negro Black colored. Because, you know, in order for you to be someone who can manifest a baby without the assistance of military agents called nurses and doctors in a hospital, my suggestion is, you know, even when people are, what I'm going to do about a birth certificate and social security number? Well, if you're not a federal agent, all you need to do is document the event that took place in whatever your holy book of choice is. This is why we invite people to come to the Jurisprudence Gym. You know, first and foremost, we invite people to go to rvbaypublications.com. You know, you gotta, and I'm just saying this in general, people have got to stop listening to other people that are not Moorish American. I don't care if somebody say, yeah, I used to be on that Moorish stuff, man. I just, I do this way now, like this. They're not Moorish American. You can't used to be Moorish American. That's something that you are manifested in being, and you have to come into the knowledge and be taught and reminded why you have always been that way. You guys give too much credit to those yarmulke wearers, those Ashkenazis and Khazarians that falsely call themselves Jewish people, as if they're the ones that are so adept in law and the law of nature and all these other things. That's all our science. People with this olive shade skin are just too cool for school. And really need to find some solace in going back and being the librarians and intellectuals that we are, pertaining to knowing nature and being masters pertaining to nature, because we're all born perfect, because we're all born masters. Just being taught and reminded pertaining to our own perfection and mastery. Our brains have been dirty. Just find a midwife online. Seriously, just find a midwife online. If that's what you choose to do, because the midwife is who brings the children through. Just don't, I'll be honest with you, my experience with the midwife previously, when that midwife tried to kept spitting some state stuff and about birth certificates, I got to a point where I had to look in the eye like, look, I'm being very kind, but you better not mention a motherfucking birth certificate ever again. Period. You gonna respect what it is we do. Do we like some dumb niggas to you? Some dumb Negro, Black, colored African Americans to you? That's not who we are. So stop asking me about that shit, or we're gonna have a fucking problem, respectfully. That's what I told to that. I said exactly that to that woman's face, because I don't fuck around. I don't think like, oh my God, people are going to try to take from me. Ain't nobody taking shit. Flat out. I'm not a coward. I'm not a sucker. You can't be Moorish American and be a sucker. Being a sucker and being a coward is what comes with being Negro, Black, and colored, and African American, and white, and yellow, and orange, and purple, and green, and whatever other dumbass colors people call themselves. Why? Fuck that hospital. Get a pool. Get some plastic tarping somewhere. Lay that out. Get a pool and do that in. You know what I mean? You want to speak to me further, DM me, or you can call me 443-376-8764. I trust you're being sincere, because I and my beloved mother, mistress consort, actually have some information for you guys to utilize. You know what I mean? We don't take kindly to people who are, trying to find ways to thwart people because they have an interest of, getting Federal Reserve notes by being agents for people and confidential informants. When somebody like myself and me and my bros, we got 7 Hill Star Astrology Firm. We're not registered with any state. I don't give a fuck that it do say firm after it. That's what we chose because we're firm in what we do, and we affirm that we're solid in that. However, anybody trying to do any statutory practices, 9 times out of 10 gonna get fucked up. Seriously, like I don't play that shit. That's why I just stay out the way and stay in my lane. Because anything else is me gonna have to put hands on some motherfucking body. Period. That's how it is. With a hospital, birth put the child under unum sanctum jurisdiction. I don't even know why you would even consider doing that shit, honestly. Why? You're not a federal agent. A birth certificate is foundation is 5 USC 301. It's a foundling certificate. How many women are with child for 9 to 10 moon cycles and be like, oh my God, I found this baby out my pussy? That doesn't happen. So why get a foundling certificate? The foundling certificate is issued when someone who's at war finds abandoned children, and then they get a certificate for that child. Hey, here, I found this child. Well, let's put a foundling certificate on it. The only ones that qualify for a social security number are those that owe a debt to the United States. Are you a federal, state, or municipal resident in the zone? People really think they're residents. Oh, I'm a resident of the. No, you're not. You guys have to really start reading and stop looking for beings that have the knowledge, such as myself, to just tell you what it is, because you'll never know it by being told. Ever. You will never know it. You won't really know it until you take part in it yourself. I can tell you about this apple pie. Man, apple pie, delicious. You ain't gonna know how delicious it is until you take a bite. Yeah. So record the event in your cycle 7, in your your cycle 7 Quran, as you said. Oh, okay. Malika's a brother. Indeed. Okay, indeed. The number that most people reach me on is 443-376-8764. That's the one where people can reach me internationally. And I don't waste time and get on the phone with me, take notes, because any other time I need my time transacted for. So when I'm, you're not calling for a reading, don't expect to waste my time. I'm gonna give you solid things that, hey, do this, do that, do this, and go research that. Because other than that, it's not really worth it. I'll be crippling you, telling you what to do based on my thinking. My thoughts are for me. However, yeah, people should not be going into those hospitals. Only people that should be going to those hospitals are the wards of the state that have foundling certificates like they were founded. Because their mothers was like, oh my God, look, a whole human being came out my pussy. Being a federal agent. But that's what everybody had. I do not like those nigger complaints. Pardon me, those dirty Moor complaints. I do not, I don't tolerate that shit. I've studied this well enough and I continue to study it even further so I can just keep myself sharper and sharper and sharper. I'm not being forced into any contracts whatsoever, so mote it be. All right. Yep, indeed, gotta stay transparent. And it's all good. Yeah, indeed. Indeed to you all. I appreciate it. I can answer it. I mean, I gotta be, I'm not mean as much as I'm actually just thorough and straight to the point. I have to tell the truth based on what I know. And you guys know I don't be on that bullshit. So when people are telling me they're dealing with, oh, hey man, this and that, it's really up to the decision of that mother. If that mother decides she's going to go into a hospital and do all that, okay, cool. Just let her be a ward of the state and let her deal with the consequences. Because sometimes mothers will make decisions and then try to find brothers such as myself to get them out their situations. And that's a fucking headache. I'm not going to front. That shit is annoying as fuck. Because you got to get to the point where you're having an action plan preemptively and be thinking ahead of the curve. Seriously, you got to think ahead of the curve. And I appreciate you all. This is where we're going to yield. And we say namaste to you all. Namaste. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me do this right. This is where we say to you all namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. We love you. Please do your studies. Peace and love.
Peace.